So have it right up to Chelsea, up to Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, you know what to do. Smash to piece that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the hype button. Put all your comments down below. And of course, salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things and they'll never see. And salute to no surrender mentality. And it's win, lose, draw, BlueCo out. So what did we get? Straight after the FA Cup final, losing the FA Cup final, not winning a trophy this season under BlueCo, phase 4, 2 billion spent. And one shot on target in the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Shambolic, isn't it? No Champions League football next season as well. So that's 3 years of no Champions League football under BlueCo. We've only had the one. What are we doing here? But straight after, it was inevitable. What's the PR that's going to be thrown about? It's been announced by not only Fabrizio Romano, the here we go, Xabi Alonso has accepted to become Chelsea's next manager. Here we go. The agreement is set to be completed. Prepare official announcement for the upcoming days. But Xabi said yes. We're aware as well by none other than the David Pornstein from the Pathletic says agreement complete for Alonso, 4-year contract. So it's a 4-year contract. He also says, Pornstein, Alonso wanted the Chelsea move. Now, this has all come out, obviously, since we heard with Liverpool that they're sticking with Arne Slot. They feel like the slot machine can pay out some more jackpots for them in the foreseeable future. Whereas Xabi Alonso's a Liverpool legend, as we all know, was waiting for that Liverpool job. The Liverpool job's not there to be taken, and he's gone for the Chelsea job. So that's the way I read it. I think if the Liverpool job was available, then I think he's taken it. And I think Steven Gerrard come out as well and said, Liverpool have missed a trick here in getting, one of our legends to manage Liverpool. Is what it is. I mean, that's throwing Arne Slot under the bus, but we move. So the PR is, of course, that we have got Xabi Alonso. And I want to shout out Joey Cole because Joey Cole says the fact that the Xabi Alonso news has dropped now after losing an FA Cup final stinks of a PR move. The club needs to get away from that. It's all over the place at the moment. Fans want honesty. Well, let's have it right. We do want honesty. Matt Law's come out and said Liverpool remain adamant that Arne Slot is not about to be sacked, while there are claims that Xabi Alonso has expressed a preference to work with Chelsea's squad in any case. So regardless, the usual BlueCo brown envelopes are telling us that Alonso just wanted Chelsea. While Chelsea have not promised Alonso full control, he will be given a more meaningful role in the club's decision-making than some of his predecessors. So that doesn't sound like he's getting the full control that the Chelsea fan base are so desperate to have. I mean, everyone's calling out for them to have full control. Well, let's have it right. No manager that comes to Chelsea under this ownership is going to get any control whatsoever. I don't buy it for one bit. I mean, even Craig Burley's put out, if I was a player at Chelsea at the peak of my career, I would be saying the owners don't know what they're doing upstairs. They're just going to keep making bad decisions after bad decision. Why would the players not be looking elsewhere? He says Xabi Alonso will get reassurances from the owners, but those are reassurances every manager gets when you get in there. It changes. That's the problem. Whatever this club is doing, it isn't working. I mean, these are facts, mate. These are absolute facts, because what's come out by the Telegraph yesterday was by Matt Law saying Chelsea's leadership team of Win Stanley, Lawrence Stewart, Joe Shields, Sam Jewell and Dave Fallis, the 5 stooges, bruv, the little BlueCo yes men, retain the confidence of BlueCo. Telegraph Sport understands the club's owners remain committed to the current structure and its ability to deliver success. So no one can tell me that because Xabi Alonso's coming in, that he's all of a sudden going to get all the control that all the Chelsea supporters are crying out loud for. It ain't happening. You lot need to have a day off. You're a long way from Starbucks if you believe that. You know what I mean? What we doing here? Seriously, talk about the timing of PR. This is another one in the pocket of BlueCo. Rahman Osman. He says, for once, it feels like Chelsea hierarchy and the fan base are on the same page. Most Chelsea fans wanted Xabi Alonso, and the board have listened. Feels like Chelsea are making a football decision with long-term thinking behind it. One of the best young managers in the game. Huge appointment. We were told Maresca, Liam Rosnier, even Potter, Jellyfish Potter. He's not got months, he's got years, according to Paulson. He's one of the best managers in the world. We were told that they're all the best young managers in the game. We're 4 years in. And now you're basically telling us that BlueCo trying to just appease the supporters to keep them in check because the whole project is an absolute shambles from top to bottom and the model ain't changing. It's as simple as that. What are we doing here? Yeah. Now we go to Sky Cave. He says managers at Chelsea will not get the kind of control they traditionally have at other clubs. Will there potentially be trouble down the road with Xabi Alonso? I don't want to predict. There will be problems in the future. Well, that's basically telling you Xabi Alonso is going to be another yes man. Prove me wrong. Everyone's having a mare going, no, he's not a yes man. Oh, he bench Vinicius Jr. Yeah, and how did that work out, bruv? Yeah, benching Vinicius Jr. and then he gets the sack by Perez, bruv. You know what I mean? Benching a five-time, a multiple Champions League winning player, a pivotal player in their team. You know, this is Villas-Boas antics, bruv, when he benched Lamps and Terry and all this, and then he got the chop from Roman. What are we doing here? Like, you know, how's he going to get on if he wants to bench Cole Palmer? And then you get the Win Stanley and Stuart and Joe Shields who managing training, saying to him, no, you got to play them. The AI tells us you got to play that. This is what we're going to have. And only the proof of being to put in next year. Let's have it right. So he's not getting control, mate. It's as simple as that. We're getting all the PR from the usual blue tick. Xabi Alonso can be Chelsea's own version of Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and Mikel Arteta. Here's a thread. I don't want to go through your thread. I'm cutting your thread, bruv. Yeah, into tatters, mate. Yeah, Chelsea expect to sign 3 or 4 players, including a centre-back. Alonso will start on the 1st of July and will be announced tomorrow. I mean, listen, is Bastoni on that list? Because he's up for 60 million that Barcelona sniffed him. Now we're talking about signing experience of quality, of levels, bruv. Yeah, what are we doing here? Are we going to get Bastoni? Well, where's the money at? 3.8 billion in debt. Where's the money? No, we're a sell to buy. So Xabi Alonso has signed his contract till 2030. The project, BlueCo project, to sell their hedge fund of BlueCo Holdings is to 2033. What are we doing here? Now, this is Sky Cave. He says it was Chelsea's idea for Alonso to have a title, or it was Chelsea's idea for Alonso to have a title of manager instead of head coach because they were so impressed with his leadership qualities. He did not ask to have the manager title. Well, bruv, I mean, that is just to show the supporters, look, he's not a yes man. He's not just a head coach, he's a manager. Alonso will not be wedded to playing 3 at the back at Chelsea. He used that formation at Bayer Leverkusen because it suited the players he had in his squad. So basically now they're telling you he's not going to play his preferred formation that he's used as a manager. He's going to divert and be versatile to the squad of players because of the club policy, the BlueCo policy of player rotation, because it's a stock market of players. So now we're going against the whole mantra, philosophy and brand of Xabi Alonso because of the players he's got at his disposal. He says he's more than happy to play with a back 4. Chelsea will play different formations under him. As things stand, he is unlikely to be at the Spurs game on Tuesday. The current football leadership structure, which ain't changing, by the way, that they told you by Matt Law, Chelsea will remain in place. None of the sporting directors will be leaving. They were all involved in Alonso's appointment. Were they? After careful consideration, who else was on the list? Marco Silva? Because Chelsea met with other candidates they were given permission to speak to. They were very impressed with Iraola, and he made a real impression and impact during their conversations. Chelsea have had multiple meetings with Alonso about all aspects of the job over a number of weeks. Alonso will be involved in recruitment, and Chelsea expect to sign 3 to 4 players this summer. Well, he's contradicted himself. You know, he's not going to have any control in what they sign. It's the directors and Egbali that dictate who we sign. And how are we signing? Because of the financials. What are we doing here? And the other managers on the list, Marco Silva and Iraola, compared to Xabi Alonso. Of course, Xabi Alonso is going to be the top one, the best out of a bad bunch. Like, is this the levels? If we had real intent, we'd be looking at a Carlo Ancelotti, a Thomas Tuchel at the end of the World Cup. We should have got a Luis Enrique. Oh, no, he rejected us. Or a Nagelsmann, no, he rejected us. So we're settling for Xabi Alonso. Let's have it right. Alonso will be involved in recruitment, have a day off. Chelsea have no concerns about Alonso's experience managing Real Madrid, despite only managing there for a short spell. Alonso had a win percentage of more than 70%, winning 24 out of 34 games. So why did he get sacked? Let's have it right. Lost the dressing room, is it? How's he going to do with this dressing room? Bunch of spoilt little brats that are not good, not hitting the levels and shouldn't even be at Chelsea in the first place. Senior figures at Real Madrid gave him a glowing reference. Of course they did. He will be officially announced the new Chelsea manager today, Sunday. Yeah. Now, Xabi Alonso's message to Chelsea fans via Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in the world, in world football, and it fills me with immense pride to become manager of this great club. From my conversations with the ownership group and the sporting leadership, it is clear we share the same ambition. Here we go. We want to build a team capable of competing consistently at the highest level and fighting for trophies. There is great talent in the squad and huge potential at this football club, and it will be my great honour to lead it. Now the focus is on hard work, building the right culture and winning trophies. How are you going to build the right culture when this guy's got to be versatile to their structure and their players that they recruit, where he's not got a say really in any signings? Yeah, he's dictated by the directors and micromanaged like every other yes man. We're in the 6th appointment in 4 years after $2 billion spent. And he wants to change the culture when the culture is a cancel culture for winning trophies under BlueCo, because they wouldn't have done what they've done up to now. What are we doing here? But he's clearly taking off his robe, his Versace robe, his Dolce & Gabbana robe for BlueCo to be a Bonnie BlueCo minion. Let's have it right. And I'm sure he's going to encourage the owners going in and out of dressing room, because that's terms and conditions of being a so-called manager at Chelsea Football Club. But he believes in the project. And I want to ask this. How many other clubs or elite clubs were after Xabi Alonso? Just asking for a mate. Those who apparently referred to Graham Potter as Harry Potter, well, we called him Jellyfish Potter because he was a yes man, and we were the first on the Minerals FC to break that. Or called Rosenior a supply teacher. No, he's a PE teacher, bruv. He was a Lego set builder, yeah, and a very good club merchant. Should spend more time worrying about what Alonso thinks of them than dreaming up not so clever nicknames. Well, his nickname, if it all goes tits up, which it's very likely to, so have it right, if he is a hothead and he's not a yes man, he'll be walking, bruv. We'll call him Xabi Alonso, Shabby. Let's have it right. But for now, we're backing him. We've served him up, and it's Xabi. Yeah. Now, we go into once the announcement was made. Gerald Filmberg puts, Xabi Alonso rejected multiple approaches from Liverpool before signing for Chelsea. Chelsea had now officially signed. So he rejected that. He didn't want Liverpool. No? I find it hard to believe, bruv. I feel like he was waiting for Liverpool. He's a legend. But anyway, we move. Now, this is the big one. Jacob Steinberg says, Xabi Alonso told Chelsea he wants to sign and create mentality monsters. BlueCo have cottoned on to the value of aura. They've attracted Alonso for years now to make it work. How long are they tracked him for? Because he's only been a manager known for about 3 seasons, bruv. Let's have it right. Or 2 at the very best. So Real Sociedad, then he went Leverkusen, done the domestic treble, went to Real Madrid and got the chop after 28 games. What are we doing here? And it's all about aura. We're using that buzzword like it absolutely means nothing, bruv. Yeah. But this is the one that should concern every Chelsea supporter that's buying into this fugazi PR, that the model's changing and these owners are learning and appeasing the supporters, or they're listening to them. Xabi Alonso told Chelsea he wants to sign and create mentality monsters. Why are we not buying ready-made mentality monsters? Why is Xabi Alonso telling them that he wants to create them? Because that's the Epstein FC kindergarten model. The model ain't changing. The model is the gaffer at Chelsea. And let's have it right. We were told we're going to buy experienced ready-made players. But Ornstein told us experience doesn't necessarily mean about age and what they've won. It's just whether they have the emotional maturity, the mentality maturity to deal with the pressure and playing multiple games midweek and weekends. Well, we ain't got Champions League football. We ain't got Europa League football. So where's this needed, this criteria, bruv? Yeah. You're not going to sign him experienced ready-made players that are already mentality monsters. You bring in Willie Issa from the All Blacks rugby team to bring mentality monster culture into his football club. How's that working out, bruv? Yeah? Not looking too healthy, bruv. To have it right. Chelsea loved it when Alonso talked about wanted to sign and create mentality monsters. Yes, because that fits their model, which is why they have appointed him, not because they think he's elite and he can win them the Premier League and all the trophies and compete at the highest level. He can continue their Fugazi project that ain't built for football. Now, according to Kieran Gill, the initial idea, according to one insider in the club, is to be seriously challenging for the Premier League title within 3 years, 3 seasons, if not sooner. I'll have a day off, mate. Who's buying into this now? So we've had 4 years, 4 seasons, and you're asking us to go to 7 seasons to just challenge for the Premier League. How about we challenge now? Yeah? You told us we're not sustainable. You told us that we were terribly well managed under Don Roman, yeah? And we're going in 4 years in. All right, now going 5 years in with your sixth manager, so-called manager, yes, man, 2 billion pissed in the dark, all right, 3.8 billion. We don't know where the money's coming in because it's sell to buy. Players not buying into the project, all right, but this manager is going to come in and have the chilled session, no pressure. We want to be challenging within 3 years from now. Have a day off, man. This is a joke. This is an embarrassment. This is not Chelsea. And anyone buying into this nonsense, you deserve everything you get. Yeah? 3 seasons for that. You're a long way from Starbucks, mate. Yeah? I'm not having it, bruv. Now, Kieran Gill also says creating the correct culture is important. And Xabi Alonso, Chelsea sees something capable of overseeing that amid internal recognition that it is an area for addressing. He has that aura born out of his CV as a player and a coach. Wow. So when we talk about a player and a coach, yeah, can we put this up? I'm going to put this up, yeah, because it's the state of their PR, bruv. Yeah, it's an absolute state of their PR. Look at this. Yeah, look at Xabi's career to date. They put his managerial medals and career, which is very short. Leverkusen, they don't even recognise Sociedad or Real Madrid's B team. Leverkusen, Real Madrid. All right, so he's a one-hit wonder to have it right up to this point. Hipster manager, another one. But they put his playing career and all his major honours. So they acknowledge that, all right? But Daniel Finkelstein and all the directors told us that John Terry's not professionally fit to manage Chelsea Football Club or be interim, but Callum McFlurry, who doesn't even get suited and booted for his only opportunity to take out Chelsea for an FA Cup final and lose that FA Cup final, doesn't get a sniff. What? His credentials, his winning titles is way more than Xabi Alonso. And he's Chelsea DNA. He's proper Chelsea, captain, leader, legend. But of course, they told you the manager, the coach, and the results and the performance of the players isn't any correlation to the manager. It's all based on AI stats and data. Well, Xabi Alonso, mate, you got it all to look forward to, my son. You literally have. Because let's have it right, yeah? If this guy's not a yes man, then prove me wrong, mate. Seriously, prove me wrong, yeah? It ain't looking too healthy. It's definitely looking that way. And the PR is a joke. The guy is not going to get the control. There is no money to spend unless they get another loan to put us in further debt than what we already are. The directors are bulletproof. They got increases in salary of 60%, like the owners increased their salaries 80% for doing the sabotage that they've put upon our football club already. Yeah, up to this point. And people buying into this, like the goldfish, he's lapping it up. I'm believing again. Everyone's like, please back him. You ain't learned, have you? You're finding your little nook and cranny there to get through a little bit of light, to get in with your toxic positivity and get all giddy and nosh off to this, yeah? When the manager doesn't change anything because they're telling you that the structure in place and the model is not getting touched, it's not getting tweaked. This is a fugazi, an illusion. This is a mask of the reality to buy them more time. They're buying more time. That's all they're doing. So it's BlueCo out relentlessly, win, lose, draw. If you're not BlueCo out, listen, anyone sponsoring this, you're BlueCo in. That's it. If you love Chelsea, you're BlueCo out. There's no in between. There's no grey area. Yeah. Do you think this guy, he's not even going to be able to implement his philosophy? What is the philosophy? What is the identity of football on footballing terms? This is beyond football, but we've seen the same carbon copy when Maresca got the chop and walked out, to what Liam Rosner's serving up, to what Callum McFlurry's serving up, to now what Xabi Alonso eventually will serve up. And are you going to go in the market and get him the real experience that he needs? No, he's going to create mentality monsters. We don't want create. Look what you've been creating up to this point. There is no creating mentality monsters. This is creating fucking Monsters Inc., Kindergarten, Disney FC. Yeah? Nah, bruv. These lot are a long way from Hollywood, long way from Starbucks. I ain't buying into this dross. You think I'm going to go into another season of this? It ain't changing. The manager doesn't solve anything. The recruitment policy is what kills his football club. The wage structure kills his football club. We could have had a backbone, a true backbone, a true core in this team of Donnarumma for 26 million, Bastoni for 60 million, Mark Gay for 35 million, Cherky 35 million, Cavaschellia 52 million, Osimhen 60 million, Barella's for 50 million. You know what I mean? And what are we getting served up? You've seen what we got served up. So it's False Hope FC, it's the brown envelopes, the blue ticks, the YouTubers, as Goldfish so let us know. Oh, I want to give their credit, to Maxi and Simon Phillips for breaking the Xabi Alonso news. Yes, of course. They've had sit-downs with Daniel Finkelstein. They've had sit-downs like Simon Phillips with Ed Barley. Of course they're going to break it out because they're there to manipulate the fan base into buying this after no trophies at this football club this season in phase 4. No Champions League football. It's a disgrace. And this is not Chelsea. Let's have it right. So put all your comments down below. Hype and like. Let's have it right. So make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're still live and kicking, bruv, up to the point that they do pull out the live support machine. And, of course, follow me on Rumble. Win, lose, draw, BlueCo out, up the Chelsea, up the Mills FC.